Why do you do what you do? Have you ever paused to truly consider this question? It's more than just a fleeting thought. It's a profound inquiry into the essence of your existence. This fundamental question, often overlooked, holds the key to unlocking your full potential. It's the cornerstone of your personal and professional growth, the driving force behind your actions and decisions. It's about understanding your why, the purpose, cause, or belief that fuels your actions and inspires you to strive for something greater than yourself. This understanding can transform the way you approach life, giving you clarity and direction. Discovering your why is not a simple task. It's a journey that requires patience and persistence. It's about peeling back the layers of your experiences, your passions, and your dreams. It requires introspection, honesty, and a willingness to delve deep into your motivations. You must be ready to confront your fears and embrace your true self. It's about identifying the values that drive you and the impact you want to make on the world. These values are the foundation of your why, guiding you through life's challenges and triumphs. Your why is not about your job title, your salary, or your material possessions. It transcends the superficial aspects of life, reaching into the core of who you are. It's about the intrinsic motivation that gets you out of bed every morning, the burning desire that keeps you going when times get tough. It's the spark that ignites your passion and the anchor that keeps you grounded. When you know your why, everything changes. Your perspective shifts, and you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Your work becomes more meaningful, your relationships become more fulfilling, and you feel a sense of purpose that permeates every aspect of your life. This sense of purpose is what makes life truly worth living. Purpose is a powerful force. It is the invisible thread that weaves through the fabric of our lives, giving it texture and meaning. Without purpose, we may find ourselves adrift, lacking direction and clarity. It gives us direction, clarity, and resilience in the face of adversity. Purpose acts as our internal compass, guiding us through the challenges and obstacles that life inevitably throws our way. It helps us stay focused and determined, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. When we live and work with purpose, we tap into an inexhaustible well of energy and motivation. This sense of purpose fuels our passions and drives us to achieve our goals, no matter how daunting they may seem. It is the spark that ignites our creativity and innovation. Think about the most inspiring leaders, innovators, and changemakers throughout history. They all had one thing in common: a deep and unwavering sense of purpose. This purpose was the driving force behind their actions and achievements. What do they all have in common? They were all driven by a deep sense of purpose. This purpose gave them the strength to persevere, the courage to take risks, and the determination to overcome any obstacles in their path. They were all driven by a deep sense of purpose. They believed in something bigger than themselves and were willing to dedicate their lives to pursuing their vision. This sense of purpose not only inspired them, but also inspired those around them. They believed in something bigger than themselves and were willing to dedicate their lives to pursuing their vision. Their purpose was not just a personal mission. It was a call to action that resonated with others and created a ripple effect of positive change. Purpose is not reserved for a select few. It is a universal force that is available to all of us. Each of us has the potential to discover our own unique purpose and use it to make a meaningful impact in the world. It's available to all of us. When we take the time to reflect on our values, passions, and strengths, we can uncover our true purpose. This purpose becomes the foundation upon which we build our lives and make decisions that align with our deepest beliefs. When we connect with our why, we ignite a fire within us that fuels our passions and propels us forward. This inner fire gives us the courage to pursue our dreams and the resilience to keep going, even when faced with setbacks and challenges. Living a purpose-driven life is not about achieving some grand external goal. It's about finding meaning and fulfillment in the everyday moments. It's about recognizing the value of our contributions, no matter how small they may seem. It's about finding meaning and fulfillment in the everyday moments. It's about making a difference in the lives of others and leaving the world a better place than we found it. Purpose is the key to a life of significance and satisfaction. It's about making a difference in the lives of others and leaving the world a better place than we found it. When we live with purpose, we create a legacy that inspires future generations to do the same. In his groundbreaking book Leaders Eat Last, Simon Sinek introduces us to a leadership philosophy that prioritizes the well-being of the team above all else. This approach is not just a strategy but a way of life that transforms the dynamics within an organization. By putting the needs of the team first, leaders can foster a culture of trust and cooperation that leads to long-term success. It's a philosophy rooted in trust, empathy, and a deep understanding of human nature. Sinek emphasizes that when leaders genuinely care about their team members, it creates a ripple effect that enhances the overall morale and productivity of the organization. This human-centric approach is what sets apart great leaders from the rest. Sinek argues that true leaders create an environment where people feel safe, valued, and empowered to do their best work. This sense of security allows team members to take risks, innovate, and contribute their unique talents without fear of retribution. It's about building a community where everyone feels they belong. They understand that when team members feel supported and appreciated, they are more likely to be engaged, productive, and committed to the collective mission. This commitment is not just to the tasks at hand but to the vision and goals of the organization as a whole. Celebrating small wins and recognizing individual contributions can go a long way in maintaining high morale. The title, Leaders Eat Last, is a metaphor for the selfless nature of true leadership. It signifies the importance of putting the needs of others before your own, much like how a parent ensures their children are fed before they eat. This selflessness is what builds trust and loyalty within the team. It's about putting the needs of others before your own, and creating a culture where everyone feels like they are part of something bigger than themselves. This sense of belonging and purpose is crucial for fostering a motivated and cohesive team. When people feel they are contributing to something meaningful, their dedication and performance naturally improve. This leadership philosophy is not about being soft or weak. On the contrary, it requires a great deal of strength and resilience to consistently put others first. It involves making tough decisions that benefit the team in the long run, even if they are not immediately popular. It's about creating a strong, resilient team that is built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. When leaders lead with empathy and integrity, they inspire their team to do the same, creating a cycle of positive reinforcement that drives the organization forward. This is the essence of a blueprint for success. Trust is the bedrock of any successful team or organization. Without trust, there is no foundation for collaboration, innovation, or growth. When trust is present, people feel safe to take risks, share ideas, and challenge the status quo. Building trust takes time, effort, and consistency. It requires leaders to be vulnerable, transparent, and accountable for their actions. It also requires open and honest communication, where feedback is given and received constructively. One of the most effective ways to build trust is through shared experiences. When people go through challenges together, they develop a bond that is stronger than any individual accomplishment. Trust is not something that can be demanded or enforced. It must be earned through consistent actions that demonstrate integrity, respect, and empathy. Section 5. The importance of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. In the workplace, empathy is essential for building strong relationships, resolving conflicts, and creating a positive and productive work environment. When leaders demonstrate empathy, they create a culture of understanding and respect. Empathy is not about agreeing with everyone or being a pushover. It's about acknowledging and validating the feelings of others, even if you don't share their perspective. When we lead with empathy, we create a more compassionate and humane world. We break down barriers, build bridges, and create a sense of belonging for everyone. Section 6. Leading by example. The most effective leaders don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk. They lead by example, demonstrating the behaviors and values they expect from their team. Leading by example is not about being perfect. It's about being authentic, accountable, and willing to admit when you've made a mistake. It's about setting a high bar for yourself and inspiring others to rise to the occasion. When leaders lead by example, they create a ripple effect that spreads throughout the organization. People see that their leaders are not afraid to get their hands dirty, and they are more likely to follow suit. Leading by example is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing commitment to living your values and inspiring others to do the same. Section 7. Navigating challenges with clarity and confidence. Challenges are an inevitable part of life and work. It's how we respond to these challenges that define us. When faced with adversity, it's essential to remain calm, clear-headed, and focused on finding solutions. Leaders who panic or make rash decisions only exacerbate the problem. Effective leaders approach challenges with a positive attitude and a belief that there is always a way forward. They communicate clearly with their team, outlining the problem, the potential solutions, and the desired outcome. Navigating challenges successfully requires resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to learn from our mistakes. It's about embracing failure as an opportunity for growth and using it as fuel to propel us forward. Section 8. The ripple effect of inspired action. When we live and work with purpose, our actions have a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. We inspire those around us to tap into their own potential and make a difference in the world. Think about the teachers, mentors, and leaders who have had the greatest impact on your life. They likely inspired you not through their words, but through their actions. They lived their values, pursued their passions, and made a positive impact on the world. When we align our actions with our why, we become a force for good in the world. We create a legacy that extends far beyond our own lifespan. Section 9. Embracing your why, transforming your future. Discovering and embracing your why is a transformative journey. It's about connecting with your authentic self, aligning your actions with your values, and living a life of purpose and meaning. It's not always an easy journey, but it's a journey worth taking. When you find your why, you unlock a level of fulfillment and satisfaction that you never thought possible. So I encourage you to ask yourself, why do you do what you do? What is your purpose? What legacy do you want to leave behind? The answers to these questions hold the key to transforming your future and creating a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling.